All
Dark
right,
trilogy.
welcome everybody to Nofa Extras. In today's show, we are going to be talking a little bit about Between Two Ferns, the movie, the Netflix movie. We've been down that rabbit hole before, but apparently we weren't done with that. So back to it. On the show today with me, I got Mr. Jose
Hey,
and Mr. Sam. I will be
What up,
Mr.
everybody? What up? What up?
Gagné, and our producer tries technical difficulties, not able to join us this go around. But yeah, I mean, we'll dive right into it, Jose. I know you had another topic. We may broach that subject a little bit later, but let's go into the Between Two Ferns. If you didn't know the background on it, obviously we had a great skit on Funny or Die. God, it's been probably 10 years, maybe longer, that initially launched on Funny or Die. Personally, I was pretty surprised that all of a sudden there was an announcement that a movie was coming out. I will say that I was not disappointed. I personally have not made it all the way through the film. I have like 20 minutes left, but I was absolutely cracking up. I mean, the witty banter, the quick wit, dialogue is right there where it was from before. So yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm glad we wanted to dive into this. What were your thoughts on it, guys?
I think for the budget that they paid for it and for it being such a Netflix exclusive, it's such a nice treat seeing, Zach Galifianakis and Will Ferrell, and just in their raw nature of just like trying to make shit up and on the go, and the fact that you got all these actors doing it all, and I think they're doing it as a cameo too. They're doing
yeah.
They're. I don't think they did it for any money or anything like that, right?
Yeah, it's the actors playing themselves or
Right.
something. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And
It's just hilarious, man. Because like he was able to get all these actors to come out and hop on for like 5 minutes or less, and they exchanged dialogue. It was too funny. I couldn't stop laughing.
Initially, my feeling was that, I saw the preview and I was like, okay, well, like, great. Like, I love Between Two Ferns, but then kind of like, this is like this, they take it on the road. That's the concept behind the movie. Basically, like, they have a big studio mishap in the beginning of the film. Because of that, Will Ferrell kind of shows up and does Will Ferrell, as he does so well.
Always.
And tells Zach that he's got 10 episodes that need to be done in the next 2 weeks or something like that.
In 2 weeks, yeah.
Right,
are we doing spoilers or no spoilers?
I mean, there's not really. Is there anything to spoil?
Spoiler, dude.
I was just gonna say the funny part at the beginning was when Will Ferrell comes in yelling at him, "You killed Matthew McConaughey. You murdered him."
Did he really die? Well, no, they resuscitated him, but he died for those few minutes.
That was, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like it's just an hour and a half of cameos.
Oh yeah.
I have to say that some of them were not that funny. I think okay. So me personally, I didn't think that like the Tiffany Haddish one seemed off a little bit. Like
a little risque. I get that.
Oh yeah.
How was she? Just not that she was like. She wasn't as like back and forth with. I don't know. Maybe it was less scripted. Although maybe do you get tired of being called a woman comedian? I love that.
Yeah. She's like, yeah. Would you rather be called as a black comedian?
Yeah. Straight face.
Okay.
I don't know why, but the name the text box, when they always put the name up, always gets me every time. I don't. Misspelled. Yeah, just misspelled, or how he, you put David Letterman and like Tonight Show guest, and it just. I like the the creativity behind that. It's such a little piece of what the show always was, but it just something about that. I don't know why it's such dumb humor. It just still. I
was actually going to tell you the Tiffany Haddish one. It actually gets funnier because we get to the end of the movie. The magic is at the outtakes, right?
Oh, okay.
When all the actors break character, or how he has to say some of these lines, and he breaks character. He's like, this is so mean. I can't do this. And he starts laughing. Like, I'm telling you, bro, that's where all the magic is. That credit at the end, it just keeps you laughing so hard. Like, I couldn't stop, man. For me, it was really fun. It was a nice, hour and 23, hour and 30-minute ride.
Yeah.
Where you're just laughing at all the silliness the whole time, like, you knew what you're going into. Like, you saw his show on Funny or Die, so when you approach this movie, you know exactly what you're going to get, which is a lot of laughing, a lot of cameos, and the fact that, like, he's making fun of John Hamm, for being a handsome idiot,
That was good.
Yeah. And I think for the people that haven't seen the Funny or Die skit on YouTube, they definitely watch that. There's several episodes. It's been going on for, he said, 10 years, right?
At least,
yeah. For 10 years. And I think the first guest he had was Bradley Cooper, right?
Was it? Okay.
I think that's what it was. And to me, my favorite thus far, besides the movie, but of his YouTube skits, is the Barack Obama one. That
was hilarious.
The one liner where he said, "If you made same sex divorce illegal, would people still want to get married?" And that, that gets me, like, that actually. Barack Obama's face is like,
yeah. Actually, one that makes me think. Yeah.
That's so funny. But yeah, so this movie kind of tags along with that. A lot of one-liners for sure, and you have to kind of blast your speakers up a little better and higher so you can kind of hear it all, the little quips and humor and all that. And I love the David Letterman exchange. In the very
my gosh.
Matthew McConaughey. Matt, Matthew.
So, what would you say was your favorite interview?
The David Letterman was for sure. That was a great punch. The Paul Rudd one, I guess it went a little. They cut. There's an extended version of it on YouTube.
Okay,
it's 5 minutes long, but on the movie they only made it like a good 30 seconds long.
Yeah,
but they went back and forth for a long time. The Haley Steinfeld made me laugh, and when he said, Haley Steinfeld, you have 12 million followers on Twitter. How long did it take to apologize for them for creating Bumblebee?
Such a good line.
I love that. I love the part. Like, my favorite part about Bumblebee is when I skipped at the end, and he's like, I skipped out at the end.
He said, I take that back. I didn't skip out. What did he say? He
said I didn't. He said my favorite part was when I walked out, and he's like, "I'm just kidding. I didn't walk out. I skipped out because I was very excited to leave."
Yeah.
The delivery of the lines, I think, are what makes it something about. I mean, we all watch Saturday Night Live, and you watch some of these comedians. They trip over that. We even talked about Chappelle, like laughing at his own stuff. He can't even get it out.
Right?
Yep. Laugh. How he can keep a straight face while delivering lines like that.
Yeah.
It's one thing to sit on the other side and just take it and be like, okay, like, but to be delivering that, it would take me forever to get through those lines trying to deliver that to people.
I think that's why he's like looking down half the time when he's reading his. He's trying not to laugh and trying to like breathe it in through his nose.
Who was he talking to when he was talking into the paper? And he's like, "Why are you? I can hear you through the paper." God, who was he? I forgot already.
John Legend, right?
Was it?
Yeah,
The Chrissy Teigen non-interview thing was absolutely great. The joke I think he got was like, "Is that what he calls his penis?"
I think he's polishing a cigar at home. Is that what he calls his penis?
There's a lot of comedy gold in this. I think my favorite interview probably was the Paul Rudd one. I mean, some people, the delivery back and forth, and now I want to go find the 5-minute clip, but the delivery of you lost me at acting classes, and he's like, that figures.
They went off on a tangent for a little bit more. The 5-minute clip, you definitely got to watch that. It's the first question was which one do you prefer? Do you prefer doing Marvel movies or unknown movies or something like that? I was like, what?
Yeah, do you prefer to do Marvel movies or movies that nobody knows anything about?
I gotta say, my favorite interview would definitely be tab between Paul Rudd and him insulting John Hamm. Just the way he insulted John Hamm was so amazing.
Yeah.
Talking about his suit from Mad Men. Like, it was so good, man. I just can't. It's hard to choose, but that's like my top 2 favorite parts right there, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The Cumberbatch
He's
one
too
was
good.
pretty good too.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh. It's destroying his name for like 5 minutes straight.
And it is a Cumberbatch or something. So, but the Cumberbatch on the little subtitle name, well,
Yeah.
they spell it Cumberbatch.
Yeah, that's the thing about. I always thought about Funny or Die. Like they all were good, and that's that. This is basically just a sonnet of all of those interviews with some minor comedy. I wouldn't say that the storyline was like anything great.
Oh yeah, you're not there for the storyline at all.
Right.
You're just there for the good stuff.
It's just a vehicle really for taking you to the next interview where you're like, yes, like this is why I'm here. This is exactly what I wanted.
So this is definitely like a movie that you just got to play and just let it play and just kind of sit back, relax, and not think much. You just kind of take it for what it's worth. Mm-hmm. And I love movies like this. I mean, there's movies like the Lord of the Rings and all this crazy, movies so in depth. But then just movies like this, it's just so take it for the face value.
It was fun.
That. Yeah, so lighthearted.
Do you think? I mean, obviously, as far as Netflix movies go, it's good. But you think it was worth them spending a little dough and making this film and putting it out?
I don't think they spend much dough, and that's the case. Like I hope they continue, making movies like this. I mean, what is it? They go all out of the way making like movies like Bright, right? Mm-hmm. What other movies did they create? Whatever Happened to Wednesday? That movie. Yeah. Netflix movies are sort of hit or miss, right? But I think where Netflix went good with this movie is that they actually allowed the talents of Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis and all the writers just write it, produce it, make the movie, and go from there. There's no controlling from Netflix point of view. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not like the Disney or like the Warner Brothers and all this big time Sony pictures. I don't think they try to control their producers too much, or whoever produced the movie. And so because of that, this is such a golden, comedic, delivery of like Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. The whole staff is just like, wow, they went all out. It's like and you can tell they're having a great time because the entire movie, there's not once do you feel like, okay, these people are, you can tell when a movie's dragging. You can tell when people are not getting along. You can see everyone just having a good time in this movie. So. Yeah, I say, yeah. I hope Netflix continues to, just do lighthearted movies like this. Why not?
Yeah. Sam, feel the same way?
Big time. I'm totally there with you, Jose. Like, the way it was written, the way it was delivered, it was on point. And like I said, for those that enjoys blooper and outtakes, this is one of those movies you want to watch till the very end. It just keeps on going. It's like the jokes are stacked. Jokes on jokes on jokes, and it just keeps delivering. Like I said, man, when you guys finish watching it and they go straight to the bloopers, you don't want to leave. You just want to keep watching it because that's where all the golden stuff is. All the little jokes that it couldn't fit into the movie, they fit at the very end, and it gets better. That's all I can say.
They're on a roll with comedy. I mean, we 2 for 2 now, and the last couple things I've watched, comedy wise, and all in all, I think I've enjoyed the fact that they're putting out, some of this content, especially something like, Between Two Ferns, where they didn't deviate from what it was on Funny or Die, and they just, allowed for, like you said, the creative space. That's a good point, Jose.
Yeah,
I think the comedy is gonna be a little stronger for Netflix. You know what I mean? Like, as long as they let the artists do what they have set in mind to do, we'll be okay. But like you said, it gets a little iffy when it comes to movies and other TV shows on Netflix sometimes.
Animation's been fairly on point, I would think. I've enjoyed Voltron. I'm looking forward to He-Man. I haven't watched Castlevania yet, but
badass.
So
badass.
Yeah, they're finding their groove, I'd say, and I'm not exactly worried about them when Disney Plus launches. They're going to have their subscription still, but maybe they don't do as many. I don't know. We got Scorsese's film coming out, so I can't even talk. Right? Like I'm thoroughly looking forward to that. So yeah, I guess Netflix knows what they're.
That's actually a good point, Gagné. I mean, like with Disney Plus coming in, right, and you got the Hulu Disney Plus. You know, remember because Hulu's now pretty much being ran by Disney,
Right.
you know, and so we got those two entities, and then you got the Netflix portion of it, and with majority of the broadcasting companies, they're doing a lot of the, like portioned off, like you pay this much per month and you're gonna get this much, like the CBS and the NBC and ABC, all that stuff.
Oh, so it's BET now too.
BET, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Everyone's doing it now.
The a la carte viewership, which I'm all for it, man. I think you're right, Ganya. I don't think Netflix has anything to worry about if they stay true with supporting real talent, real writers, and just continue doing what they're doing. Give them, like you said, the space to do whatever they got to do. Now, is it always going to be a home run? I don't think so. There are shows in Netflix that I'm sure that people would more than happy to, look past through. But then there's movies like this, and Between Two Ferns, I'm sure no one's ever heard of, which that's what we're talking about here. Which I'm really hoping that people just take a look, spend a good 15 minutes. And if you're not laughing after the first 15 minutes, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm sorry.
You probably didn't like Chappelle's show either, and then just not your audience either.
And it's just not your cup of tea. It's okay. It's for acquired taste, and that's fine. Every different strokes for every folks, right? So, but with that, for sure, I think this is a good topic they're gonna bring up. Netflix over Disney Plus, and look forward to seeing the rivalry when it all happens. But I think Netflix. There's too much of a fan base, Yeah.
Well, I mean, people aren't going to stop subscribing, so we'll have to keep tuning in to watch the battle unfold, and we'll be here to review the stuff and tell you guys about it. Final scores. What would you give this?
What are you giving it, Jose?
10 out of 10.
Ooh.
10 out of 10 in the sense of you go in there knowing what Between Two Ferns is, when obviously knowing what the YouTube channel is all about. They hit it right on the nail. They stayed true to their roots. They didn't deviate from that. Even the storyline was pretty cool. In the sense of you can easily follow it. It's funny. It's got its own little thing, and it makes fun of itself. And at the end you go, okay. You look forward to go, okay, cool. There'll be more. Hopefully, on YouTube at least. But without spoiling anything. But at the end of the day, you go, hey, this is Between Two Ferns. So with that, keeping in mind, it's 10 out of 10. So
this may be the first perfect score that's ever been given on the Nofa show. So
yeah,
mark it down, folks.
First one.
Yeah.
Between Two Ferns, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go that hardcore, but I like, again, your reasoning. I give it, again, I've got to finish it, but so far, 9 out of 10. You're right. It hits on exactly what you want Between Two Ferns to be. So, boom, done. Sam.
I'm going to go with 9 out of 10. Just because from me watching it and enjoying it, I already know what Two Ferns is. I already know what I'm getting into. So that's why I enjoyed it a lot. I feel like the folks that are listening or watching this, they should know that if they don't know what Two Ferns is, it's not everyone's cup of tea. But if you do enjoy it, then you'll definitely enjoy watching this movie for sure. So that's why, like you said, 9 out of 10, man. It was on point. It's everything I wanted. It had the goofiness, the silliness, and the over delivery of Will Ferrell, which he's always good for. So I'm happy with that.
I don't know, Sam. It sounds to me like you're going close to 10 out of 10. You're
Whoa.
You're saying a lot of positive things. Like you just don't want to commit to a 10.
It's hard to commit to a 10, man. I'll give it that 9 out of 10 for sure.
It's okay. It's not
issues.
Your score does not define you, sir.
I look forward to hopefully Netflix doing the sequel Between the Ferns, as David Letterman pointed out, because you never know when you may want to add another fern. So
awesome. We got three ferns. You ever thought about that?
What if you just decide one day? Well, I think we pretty much covered it without reenacting the movie. So for all of the fans and people between Two Ferns, Nofa Extras. Give it a thumbs up. Go watch it. Hope you enjoyed the cast, and leave some comments. Let us know what you thought, and we'll talk to you guys all soon. Peace out, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Peace.